What's going on, guys? Welcome to another video. I'm your boy NarikChase, and in this video we're going to be reviewing Nexomon. In a world ruled by the tyrannical Nexolord, Nexomon Tamers struggle under his oppressive regime. With powerful champions and overseers enforcing control, whispers of rebellion grow. Amid rumors of an ancient evil's return, a young Tamer rises to challenge the darkness and uncover the truth behind the Nexolord's sinister plans. I gotta say, guys, this game was a thrilling surprise, especially from a person who's just been a lifelong fan of the Pokemon games. There is so much here, and we're definitely going to unpack that. So, the story itself is actually really good. You're this Nexomon Tamer coming from humble beginnings who's becoming enveloped in this worldwide conflict with this Nexolord who's attempting to resurrect this terrible evil upon the land. And the story is really, really fun. It's really, really dark. It's pretty serious. It's definitely more serious than most of the Pokemon games I've ever played. It's definitely got a lot of edge to it. There's definitely a growing stakes that's involved with the story. One of the really cool things is not only that, it's a lot of great humor that's been involved with the story as well, and it's mainly has something to do with the characters. There's a lot of fun dialogue with the characters. There are a lot of likable characters as well, and I like the fact that the developers don't treat the audience as dummies, and then the dialogue and humor comes off as kind of like a parody of Monster Tamer games, but it's still fun. It's still thrilling. Has a lot of really cool, thrilling moments in the game. The story I said is really, really good. It's really, really fun. I like how serious it is, and again, I do like the characters. The gameplay itself is fun. If you've played any type of Monster Tamer game, the same elements are here. You go out to the world, you capture your Nexomon, you train, you evolve them, you go on to challenge other people who have a Nexomon, the other Nexomon trainers, and rinse and repeat. You explore to get more stronger ones or evolve some. So it's as far as the typical standard formula of a Monster Tamer game, Nexomon does a really good job of implementing this. Does it really break the mold or kind of or be more innovative with it? No, but what it does well, and that's all you can really ask when it comes to a game like this. You run around, you get to explore. I wouldn't say this is the deepest, but we'll get into more of that in the later half of the review. Now, in terms of the Nexomon, there are over 300, or at least 300. That's a lot of Nexomon. That's more Nexomon in this game there is Pokemon typically in the Pokemon games, at least in most of them. And there's a large variety of them. I do like the designs. I do like the attacks. I made a really cool team, and I just overall just enjoyed the experience. The battle system is standard. It's turn based. I wish they could have innovated a little bit with that, but again, I think it's still what it does. It works really well for those who are completionists. You'll definitely have a great time trying to catch all of these Nexomon. And not only that, there's different levels of them. There are the common, the uncommon, the rare, the legendary, the special. So there's a variety of different ones, and I think it's actually a good roster. Me personally, I probably would have capped it about 200, but 300. I've been catching stuff since I've been playing the game, and I'm still like 90 something short of that number. The custom, I like also that you're able to customize their abilities, so you can move attacks in and out, and I think it for the most part works well with that as well. Some interesting attacks. The UI when it comes to implementing like with the menu, moving your Dexamon around, items, specialty items, the Nexo ball things, the Pokemon equivalent, like all of that seems pretty simple and pretty straightforward. Another interesting thing that I will say, I do like the soundtrack. I think it's light. I think it's fun. I think it's hopeful. It does remind me of like Pokemon Red, Pokemon Blue back in the days, where it's just it's just really thematic. It's fun. It's very energetic, and you know, different areas lend to different melodies, but it's still pretty fun in my opinion. Also, the graphics. I think the chibi style definitely works for like Monster Tamer games. I did not have a problem at all looking at this game. I thought the designs of the Nexomon were actually pretty cool during the fight, the combat, the top down world looked really good. Very vibrant colors, really good detail. The environments were very diverse. The character designs I thought were actually really diverse and really cool. So I had no problem with just the graphics, the overall production of the game, the gameplay itself. I actually really liked, and the story and the characters. There are some little nitpicks here that I do have, and some of these generally linger from Monster Tamer games in general. Now, when it comes to this game, I enjoyed the story and I like how the story just kept escalating. I don't, but there are some things that could have been worked in a little bit better. For instance, there are no side stories in this game. This is the when you start from waking up that morning, you're on this journey and there's no stopping. Now there is open world. You can go wherever you want to go and everything, and it doesn't stop you from doing that. So it's not linear in that fashion. But there aren't any side stories to actually help flesh out the world, flesh out more of the characters, flesh out certain areas or anything like that. There are no side missions either. Your mission from again when you wake up is to take on the Nexolord. And I wish that what they could have worked in with that to make it a bit better is perhaps have the escalation be more of a mystery at first, then start escalating as it goes, instead of it kind of just already started and then already, the character kind of being in the escalation from the start. Maybe the Nexolord is rising, and while he's rising, you rise, and as he rises, the threat rise. But by the point of the game, the Nexolord is already in power. He's always already working things, so it doesn't leave room to actually being able to do side missions or anything like that. Also, the game can be a bit repetitive. You're not going to find any like little mini games or anything. You're not going to really find anything different in terms of the gameplay. You're literally just walking through the game. You're doing your training basically the whole time. So a little bit of something to divvy it up would have been pretty cool as well. If you're not a completionist, there's no real reason to play this game, and this is kind of the problem I have with a lot of Monster Tamer games. The developers, you know, assume that since you're playing a Monster Tamer game, your goal is to get all of the monsters in the game, and that's just not it. Sometimes that can be fun, and I did find myself catching more of them just to kind of build up on it. But overall, once you catch them, there's no reason to actually play with most of them. So I wish they could work that a bit better when it comes to these type of games. There's got to be a reason why you're catching them outside of just trying to fill up your database. And speaking of the database, I have to say the Nexomon database is pretty simple, and it's so simple that it feels like it's missing stuff. And maybe it's because I've been playing with Pokemon so much, you know, being able to find out where certain Nexomon are on the map. You're not going to find that. Having a bit more deep information regarding the Nexomon, you're not really going to get that. Even when it comes to the user interface, I wish it could have been a little bit better, more efficient. But it's just it feels too simplified, like it's missing something. And also, the items, there's a serious lack of items. I'm not the biggest guy when it comes to variety of items in Monster Tamer games because I have that issue with Pokemon. But in this game, is literally the same. Every time you go to, there's the same freaking items. There's no difference in the items. You get the same items in Town 1 that you do in Town 20. So I wish they could have worked that out a bit better. But I will say this: next one is a surprisingly fun time. I really enjoyed the game. I thought the gameplay was fun. I did enjoy the humor, the story. I like how serious it was. I like how the developers don't think that the players are dumb. I like the parody that they feel, the way the dialogue is. As one point where a character even says, "Hey, this is a game, isn't it? So we can keep catching Nexomon," or something like that. But I like how self-aware it is. And ultimately, I will say Nexomon definitely deserves 4 out of 5. I've had my nitpicks here and there with it, but I think it's a surprisingly fun game. I don't think that they deter away from it because I'm still playing it. And I will say the post game content definitely has kept me engaged with the game. So, having said that, guys, in the comment section below, let me know what are your thoughts. Have you played Nexomon? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Do you think it's a good contender for Pokemon? Be sure to hit that like, share, subscribe, and a notification button to get the best of what we got going on in the channel. And we'll catch you guys later.